Let's ditch the equipment. What tank is next? Ooh, the K91 PT. Okay. Right, well, let's switch that out to start with. Don't know what that obviously is a tank. This tank I've obviously not used for a very long time because there's no way that I would. What have we got? We've got Brothers in Arms and Repairs. We've got weird crew skills. It's got to be. We need the spot. Let's go with that before concealment. Right, what are we putting on this one? K91 PT. Okay. We're going for vents, rammer, aiming device. That's what we're going for. Vents, rammer, and aiming device. Crew sucks, but that's fine. Right. This is another reward tank. You can see because it's got the unlimited large repair kit. Let's jump into the next game. But yeah, I mean, Bugface, I get what you're saying. It's max range shot and there's dispersion in the game. Absolutely. But when you've got RNG dispersion in the game and you've got two equal tanks with equal players shooting at that same range, even at close range, a lot of the time, it comes down to luck. You know, I've seen really accurate tanks miss cupola after cupola after cupola shot, and the most inaccurate tank turns around and slaps them in the cupola from half a map away with 1,000 damage shot. And you sit there going, right. You know? You can't tell me that in an RNG game there's not a significant element of luck. Doesn't take away from the fact there are ultra skilled players who make the luck work for them. That when they're lucky they capitalise on it and they get themselves in the position for the best chance. But I've seen the best players miss easy shots due to RNG. So yeah, the RNG is by its very nature frustrating. Rolling a dice. Rolling a dice can be frustrating. If you're playing a game and you roll one after one after one, not very fun, is it? Not very fun. No, he's moved. So the further is going up to this hill here somewhere. Balls. Bad reactions. Just as I made the shot, he pulled back.
It's a trap!
If there's a further there, that's where I'd be. Given he was going up that way. Fortunately, no artillery, so we can kind of play this position at least for a little bit. See, where does that rock come out? It's about there, isn't it? That's where the rock sticks out, so he'd have to be there. See, look how far away from that. That was halfway between the edge of the circle and the... That was a bit more on target. Okay, so he's not there. Let's try this one. Not there either. Okay. Oh, there's the WZ.
It's a trap!
Right. Okay. No, that's a different further that's moved. That WZ's still a long way away down on the bottom corner there, so I'm not too worried about him right now. Though I am tempted to relocate because I'm just not getting any traction in this location. Got nothing. That leopard seems to be not playing there. Do you know what? I'm going to relocate. Going to go and try and help these folks out. Sat doing nothing is doing nothing. I need to find a way to get involved because right now we're not getting involved. Alright, so there's the 704. Is that... Right, the STB's gone down there. We've got an object 704 playing up in the gap. Do we reckon that 277 is going to try it? Maybe not. Where was that 704, do we think? Oh, there, hang on. Scout.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Hit. We did get the hit on him. Not that time. M6Y. Oh, no, someone else found him. Right, on a 140 and an STB here.
It's a trap!
Jesus, the trollish gun. And of course he just goes through our armor like it doesn't exist.
It's a trap!
He loads heat. We load APCR. He slaps us, we can do nothing. It's great. Lovely. There's literally nothing you can do. See, and with how trollish the gun handling and the RNG is, you can literally do nothing. And now I'm going to get shot in the back. Huh. Of course not. Why would we? Oh, and set on fire and killed from the side. I mean, it's wicked. I mean, it's so fun playing against tanks you can do nothing about, and they can basically go through your armor like it doesn't exist. Yeah. Whatever. Whatever. Well, that's the classic example of why I don't enjoy playing this game anymore. Playing against tanks, you can do fuck all about half the time. Lovely. Next. Like I say, a good example of why I do not stream World of Tanks at all anymore. I do it on the very odd occasion. So make sure you tune back in for the next scheduled streams, which will be featuring Starfield and Baldur's Gate 3, which are good examples of outstanding, well, Baldur's Gate 3, outstanding game, Starfield, good game. Right. And we've just finished our Planet Crafter full playthrough series and Subnautica full playthrough series. They're all up on the YouTube channel as well. There will be no World of Tanks content on the YouTube channel anymore, so don't worry about that. We haven't put World of Tanks content on the YouTube channel for quite some time now. Right, so let's have a bit of that, and a bit of that. What is this thing? Type 64 light tank. Okay. Have I played this tank before? I have no idea. What have we got? Let's take the high explosive. Doesn't look crazy good at 38 pens, so we'll just take some of that. And then we'll just take, I don't know, something like that. Equipment wise, this is a tier 6. This is a tier 6. Okay, let's go with a spotting setup. So let's go with a low noise exhaust, optics, and binos. We've got a rubbishy crew as well, so we're going to need to do everything we can with the view range. Again, with the rubbishy crew, so let's take the camo skill directive as well. See if we can actually do something with this. We've got 38% camo, 435 view range. Not the best, but let's see what we can do. Tier 6. Right. And equipment return. Let's go. So that's the one good thing about the randomizer. It does get us to play different tanks. It doesn't stop with the frustration sometimes in the games. And it's dual frustration. It's frustration of the game mechanics, coupled with frustration of a lack of performance, personal performance. So we've got a nice spotting setup for a non-spotting map. Worth taking dual equipment, right? Oh dear. If you were going to play the tank a lot though, and you're going to go for a mark or something, I could see the value of a dual equipment setup, but we're just playing this tank once and moving on, so we don't want to dick around too much with the equipment. The other problem is we are up against a VK105. Is the VK gonna rush? Negative. Jesus. That is what you call suicide run. What are you doing? Why are you ramming me into a corner, you complete donkey? Jesus. there's our first one. Skoda T24 coming down here. Right, so he's going to come up. He's probably going to come... Which side of the building do we reckon? Maybe this side? Oh, there goes the tree. No, he's knocking a whole bunch of trees down. He's going to spot from that location, I guess.
Enemy armor is hit. It's a trap.
At least he should be able to know he can't hide. His only hope is to stay behind the house. Right, we've got a Type T34 coming down here.
Penetration. It's a trap. Enemy armor is hit.
How is he still alive? He's in the open field. Okay. Oh, he ran. He ran. All right, good. Right, let's come out of here. Let's see what we can spot over here. Ooh, look at this.
Track hit.
I'm not spotted.
Enemy is hit. We lost the trap.
I'm not spotted.
It's a trap.
I am now, but I wasn't spotted. Like, what the frick? How bizarre. Was it that Skoda T24 that was getting me spotted and I was being shot by the Panzer? I bet it was. I bet it was. What an absolute weasel. I bet it was that Skoda that was getting me spotted, because I'm like, I'm not spotted and I'm getting shot at. Of course, it's the enemy. It's your friendly team. The friendlies are worse than the enemies. Because, of course, the only place to sit with your shit camo is, of course, right behind me.
It's a trap.
There you go. Could have got way more than that if the Skoda hadn't been basically sat behind me, giving away my location and using me as a shield. But, you know, hey. What can you do? Teammates, I certainly wouldn't have them. Right. So we don't have any field mods, so yeah, let's just boost that one. So that seems like an alright tank, actually. That could be an alright tank with a good crew, you know, and a good spotting setup at tier 6. I think it could be quite nice in the right place. Right, okay. Next, what is going to be our next tank? What is going to be... We haven't had a tier 1 yet. And we haven't had an artillery yet, thank God. T57. Have I ever played this? I don't think I've played this one ever either. No, I have never played this tank. Okay. I own it, but I've never played it. T57. I've seen it a lot, and more often than not, I'm looking at it thinking, ooh, food. So we know its armour is nothing to write home about. We'll take an aiming device, and we'll take the stabs, improve that gun handling. shitty crew, but I'm not that fussed enough for a directive. Like a light tank without concealment, you kind of need the concealment directive. Everything else for a one-time play in a non-competitive game mode should be fine. Right. And we don't have any field mods for it either, so yeah, because we've never played it. Let's go. T57 Heavy, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, on our Starfield series, we are doing a rush to NG+. Now, that's not a speed run. It's essentially going to New Game Plus as quickly as we can, i.e. just doing the main quests, just looting, crafting materials, weapons for credits and stuff like that. And doing a couple of essential side quests and the temple powers. We are doing research, so for those that don't know, the research does carry through. So that's what we're doing on Starfield. And we have yet to begin our Baldur's Gate 3, because we've just finished Planet Craft. We did the last episode on Sunday. So Baldur's Gate 3, we're going to be doing a playthrough of that with a class. I've not decided which class yet, but we're going to start and do a full playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 with one class. We've got Cyberpunk waiting in the wings. We've got some Black Desert Online. We've still got some Guild Wars 2 and Star Wars: The Old Republic still to do. Some World of Warcraft. New World is on the list as well. V Rising is another one on the list that I want to stream. I got actually so much I want to stream and so little time to do it. I'm also thinking that for some of my playthrough series on YouTube, I'm probably going to be playing it offline and recording it offline and doing it all on live stream. But we'll see. Have you missed the TKS? No TKS. We haven't had anything less than a tier 6 since the BT7 artillery. So we had the tier 5 at the beginning, and then we had the BT7 artillery as a tier 3, and we've had nothing below tier 6 since. Because we've just done the Type 64. So no TKS yet, Baba Ganesh. We've been having actually quite a lot of tier 9 and 10 tanks. So what have we got here? All right, artillery playing there. Oh, come on. Are you going to come? Are you going to come? Are you going to come? Oh, I thought you were going to come racing round the corner. Oh, he repaired. Oh, he repaired it. I thought I had him with the second shot. I thought he repaired and we got him again, but we didn't. We didn't. That was a shame. Of course, yeah. All right, I'm coming down. There's a leopard there. There's a leopard there. And do you know what? I'm going to reload the mag and have a full mag, because he doesn't know if I'm reloading or not. He knows I should have 2 shots left. It's not looking good anyway, so... Right, we know the leopard's there. We know we got a phase coming up behind. We got a 60 TP coming up behind. Ouch! Well, screw you then. Do you know what?
It's a trap!
Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged.
Go on, Progetto. Hit the 60 TP. Hit the 60 TP. Forget the phase. 60 TP. No. 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 Oh. I was like, forget the phase. 60 TP is way more dangerous. Oh, fuck off.
This vehicle is heading.
Another toxic tank. Why? Why? You just have to think of like wargaming and go, why would you put shit like that in the game? Oh yeah, let's put a tank in a game that can one-shot any tank. Because the person that gets one shot in an arcade game where it's all about armor and taking multiple hits and all that sort of stuff is going to find it really fun. And actually, they make the tank so trollish because its gun is so good in terms of the damage that it's toxic to play. And you just sit there going, so that was a good idea because you put what in the game again? A tank that's toxic to play against and toxic to play. There you go, that's really smart. Good job. So we were actually having a reasonable game there. That was our first ever game in T57. A reasonable game that basically got fucked because of some bullshit tank in the game. Yeah, lovely. Enjoy the salt. Because, yeah, I am salty on bullshit crap like that. It's fucking horrible to play against. I hate toxic crap in game. I don't know, you just sit there going, do the people that design it play their own fucking game? Like, have you sat there and played 100 games with that tank and then been one shot 100 times by that tank? And can you tell me the people that played with it and got shot by it actually had fun? 9 times out of 10, no. There'll be some weirdos out there that I'm sure enjoy that kind of thing. But yeah, by and large, I'm pretty sure that not. So, yeah, lovely. It's like BZ176, ELC, Barask. Yeah, really fun to play against. Good game, wargaming. You had really smart thought by putting ridiculously overpowered tanks in the game. And I'm not calling the FE4W5 overpowered. I'm calling it toxic, feel bad to play against. Do you know what? Fuck it, I hate artillery so much. Like, literally so much that I'm going to re-roll it. We're not playing artillery, sorry. Hate it. I think it's absolute most awful thing in the game. This bad boy, on the other hand, lovely tank. Lovely tank. Right, let's go play with some Skorpion. This and the Su-130 PM are my two main go-tos to earn credits these days. But yeah, no low tiers again. Baba Ganesh, we're not getting any low tiers at all now. It's literally all high tier stuff. But yeah, enjoy the salt. This is why I don't play this game regularly, because the salt flows, and I don't enjoy it. I enjoy the game. This game is a love-hate relationship. Right, absolutely love-hate relationship. I like playing tanks. I like the principle the game is based upon. I loved the game back in the day. I feel that there has been a massive lack of balance in the game, coupled with a number of toxic tanks being put in the game, a lot of paywalled content and locked content behind
It's a trap.
horrible game modes that I don't want to play. So I'm being forced to play things like, you get forced to play things like Onslaught and stuff like that. Look at that. Forced to play Onslaught and shit like that to get new tanks, which is horrid. I don't like the fact that they release brand new tanks through gambling and loot boxes. So that's why the game becomes love-hate, because you kind of like the game for it being tanks and playing tanks. I like playing the tank game, you know. I like playing tanks. I think the graphics, you know, are fun and great. The physics are not bad. I find the community ridiculously toxic, Not just in what they say and stuff like that. Actually, it's less toxic in terms of what's said in the game chat, and more toxic in terms of what people do. It's a very selfish game in that way. You're playing in 2 teams of 15, but it's really 2 teams of 15 individuals who really absolutely play for themselves in every shape or form. Rarely do you ever see something you would say, "Wow, that was a proper team play." That is very, very uncommon. Very, very uncommon. Which is a feel bad, I think. You know. I think it's why I've gravitated a lot more to... Spotted by what? I'm not spotted. Really? You blind shot there? At that particular moment? There's been no blind shots for this entire time. As soon as I moved there, blind shot. That's good, isn't it? That's fucking wonderful, isn't it? We're going to have to chance it to get away from that location. I feel feeling it's like a waste of time. So let's move over here and see if we can get some Overwatch on the cap. Don't let the game get to you. It's not getting to me because I'm only playing the this for randomness. The game would get to me if I was playing Onslaught and having to deal with that garbage. I played a touch of Onslaught and then threw it away because it was garbage. Another game mode that's completely ruled by platoons. So basically, playing the main way to play it is in a platoon. Even the Uber players who are highly skilled content creators and stuff all played in platoon. Well, not all. Majority played in platoon just to get their ranks up. And again, you've got a tank there which is only achievable through playing that game mode. So you're forced to play garbage just to get that tank. You know, skins and stuff like that, I don't care. Badges, whatever. Cosmetic stuff, fine. But this game's about tanks and people collecting tanks and playing different tanks. Locking tanks behind paywalls and garbage game modes is a real off-putting thing. And we didn't have any of this. When I first started playing this game, I played this game in beta. I had the pre-order packs and everything. I enjoyed the game a lot more. I felt that the game had less toxicity. Maybe that's just rose-tinted glasses, quite possibly. But I definitely feel like there wasn't as many garbage mechanics. It's a bug flying around here somewhere. There wasn't as many garbage mechanics, and you weren't forced to play all these garbage game modes because there weren't any game modes other than the main one. And there was obviously Clan Wars, but Clan Wars was a take your pick, right? You know, you got bonds, you got gold. Well, you didn't have bonds, but then you had gold and stuff like that, which was fine. But like, you know, you want the chieftain now? No, you can't have it. You know, you want the 279E? Yeah, you can't have it because it's locked behind missions which were designed for ages ago. And we just shot a VZ-44 from the front with the Skorpion. Guess what happened? Nothing. Centre of mass. Let's see where it actually hit. We were right in the centre of mass on that. Let's see where our round actually went. So a garbage result because we got fucked by a bit of cap very early on, and 2 misses, right? So that is no damage. Awesome. Awesome. How long have we been streaming for? 2.5 hours? My God. I'm amazed I've lasted this long in this garbage. Right, next. What time is it? It's 21:18, so maybe another half an hour is probably all I can stomach of this game. Right, next. Well, Baba Ganesh, the mod required to get the hit view, it does look interesting. Yeah, it's called Battle Hits. It's not 100% reliable, so you do take that in mind. But it can be useful. It's very useful if you've not played a tank before and you want to know where you got penetrated, and you can show the enemy as well, so where you penetrated them. So it's really good if you're looking for that sort of thing. Right. Do you know what? I'm just going to put... Actually, what am I going to put on this? I might put optics. Because optics can... Like, view range can mean quite a lot. But actually, the gun's not. Do you know what? I'm going to go with vents. I'm going to go with vents. Right, ammo-wise, what have we got? Jesus. Something like that's close enough. 400 is 500,000. What the heck? It's got 11 more pen for 41 pen on it. Jesus. How about that? Spending 500,000 credits on a tier 2 ammunition. Jesus. And we're never going to play this very much, so let's put that camo on again because I really like it. Okay, so we've got ourselves a T2 light tank. I've no idea if this is any good or not. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. So yeah, I think I'm going to do another half an hour. It'll take us to 3 hours streaming World of Tanks, and then we're going to go off and we're going to do some Starfield. For all intents and purposes, for me in this game, I don't really have much to do anymore because I don't like those other game modes. I've unlocked every tech tree tank. I own every tier 10 tech tree, and I own all the collector's tier 10s as well. So I don't really have much I want to do in this game. You know, I'm doing the odd field mods here and there, earning some credits here and there.
Time to roll out.
Right, it's fast as hell. It's got a 5-round autoloader. Okay, already I can see I'm out here on my own, and I don't like that. Being in a tank with no armor, out on your own, not a fan. Not a fan. See if there's anyone that's wanting to basically just roll through the mid. We got anyone here? No. Thought we might have the odd tourist, but there's no tourists here. Oh, our guys are rolling through the mid there. Right, the S35, I'm not a fan of going after him, but I'm thinking I'm going to run across here because we're fast. I'm going to come down with these guys. Now that S35, he should come through here. Okay, we can't pen him, even from the side, which kind of sucks. So I would have to go gold ammo on him.
It's a trap!
That one didn't go through. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration. Enemy is hit. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit.
Okay, he's gone.
Unit is damaged. We can only talk locally. Ricochet. Penetration. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. We're done for. Everyone get out.
Oh well, we were going to die in that one anyway, so I don't enjoy these low tier tanks, I have to say. The enemy were camping their base more than I thought. I thought there was more people playing in the further in the city. I thought we could play down into the mid there a little bit more, but there's actually an awful lot of people just sat around the base. So there you go. There you go. Not that interesting. It does seem like it could be a good tank, but when you're playing against, this is the other thing at low tiers, the tier difference means even more than it does at higher tiers. So a tier 2 playing against tier 3, the difference is enormous. Like most of the time, unless you can get behind the enemy tank, you can't even pen. You can't do anything. You saw that S35 comes across, can't even pen him in the side. Can't even pen him in the side. So it makes it very difficult to play. And I find that the tiers are massively exacerbated at low tier, the tier difference. Which, when you think new players coming into the game and that's what they have to do, Jesus, not fun. I think that's one of the biggest complaints I see from new players is new players coming into the game going, I'm going up against tanks I can't do anything against. It's not really that fun, is it? You know, I can't think of many games where you come up against opponents that you physically can't do anything to them and they just sit there and they just annihilate you. Can't think of many games in that situation. You know, you think like Mech Warrior Online, Lights can wreck assault mechs and stuff like that. You know, all the sort of first-person shooting games. I mean, you know, you can shoot each other no problem. So I can't think of many games where you meet an opponent who's just unbeatable. Outside of ones that are completely geared over you, but you have as much chance of getting the same gear and then being in an equal match, right? Whereas this game decides for you if you're going to be up tiered. So you know you can come up against tier 4s. What are you going to do? All right. So I think that's one of the things. I mean, +1, -1 would definitely help in terms of matchmaking. But it's not fun. It's not fun to come up against, you know, enemy tanks that you literally can't do anything against. You know, and it's telling that of the 5 tanks that are left in the game, all 5 of them are tier 3. You know, and I'm almost like a new player with the crews and stuff I've got in here, apart from the equipment. But, you know, from a crew skill perspective, yeah, there are people in here that are playing these tanks that have got like 5 skill crews and everything else. Can you imagine, like, new players come up against these guys? Jesus. Well, that's over. Baba Ganesh, you often get crappy matchmaking and end up against yet another 88, which is impossible to harm with your tanks. You should just rush them to get it over with. Yeah, I mean, often that's the way. I mean, with the 88, I mean, at least you often have the chance, if you can get round them, to do them from behind. But like you saw on this one, like I was able to get the side of that S35 and I just couldn't even pen him, couldn't do anything. So even if you are able to play round them and get round them, you still can't do anything. And that's not fun. That's not fun. Right, next. Baba Ganesh still hoping for his TKS, but we're going to get the M4A3E8 Fury. Now this is actually quite